So you're wondering if St. George, Utah is a good place to live. Well, today we are going to be chatting about some of the reasons why St. George may be a place that you want to put on your radar if you are thinking about making a move here to Utah. Mariah K here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new to this channel. My name is Mariah K, and I shoot videos every single week about moving to Utah, living in Utah, buying real estate here in Utah. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every single week I drop a new video. My team and I help people like you all the time make the move, make a smooth transition. Feel free to give us a call day, night, weekends, shoot us a text, and we would love to chat with you and see how we can help. So today's video, we are going to be just kind of diving right into whether St. George is going to be a good fit for you or not. And again, this is all very relative to what you're looking for. And I always say, a lot of people will reach out and after watching a video and say, hey, Mariah, I've been watching your YouTube videos and I'm thinking about making a move to St. George. And I'm like, awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about you. Tell me what you're looking for. And a lot of times, once we figure out what you're looking for, we'll have a better idea whether or not St. George might be a good fit for you. So a lot of people that are considering making a move to St. George, a lot of times people come, they're like, you know what? I was passing through St. George on the way to Salt Lake, or I was passing through St. George on the way to wherever. I have somebody, family that lives here. And one of the very first things they always say is they're like, it's just so beautiful. Like the scenery is gorgeous in St. George. If you like that red rock, which is right behind me, right? If you like the plateaus and just the way it looks here, the scenery here for some people are like, they just really, really like that desert scenery. And they go, just the scenery alone, I'm sold, right? Number two, a lot of people who live a really active lifestyle love St. George. And the reason is because there are so many things to do here in St. George all year long. So winter, spring, summer, fall, there are so many different activities. And one of the reasons there are a lot of activities here too is because of the climate. And I'll come back to activities, but because St. George has a moderate, kind of a mild, more of a mild temperature and climate here, because it is a desert, you are going to notice that there's a lot of things. A lot of people will have, and especially the communities here, there are just a lot of different fun run races going on. There are different baseball tournaments. There are different volleyball tournaments. There are different soccer tournaments. A lot of different tournaments here, a lot of different tourism, people coming in from all over the place to attend the different races, to attend the different festivals, to attend those different things that are happening here in St. George. So because of the weather, that, pretty mild climate, except for, like we say, in the summer times, you're going to have more of that extreme heat. But a lot of people that live here, they actually like the heat. So there are people like my mom who grew up in Minnesota, and she's like, I can never do another Minnesota winter. She's like, the below wind chill, the whatever. When she comes here to St. George, she's like, it just feels so good. And sometimes in the summer when it's 100 plus degrees, she's just loving the heat, right? So everybody's different in that too, where some people love that heat. Other people, and especially because it's a dry heat, they're not, you don't have all the humidity. So some people will really like that. So the weather is a big one, a big factor of why people like St. George and why they like, calling St. George home. Like we talked about in the beginning too, the beautiful scenery, the weather. Number three, the outdoor activities, hiking, biking, pickleballing, swimming, golfing. I mean, you name it, there are a lot of things to do here in St. George, especially all year round. So, and some places are like, oh, I can only bike for this many months out of the year. Here in St. George, if you're a biker, you can bike all year long here in St. George. If you're a hiker, same thing. If you're a walker, if you're a runner, you can do these things all year long here. So a lot of people like that. A lot of people love the accessibility that you have to Salt Lake, which is about 4 hours north, to Las Vegas, which is about an hour and 45 minutes south of St. George. So the proximity you have, but it still feels very small town, even though it is the fifth largest city in the state of Utah. Growing economy here, the job opportunities, which here are, in St. George too, the unemployment rate is below 3%, which is really great. There are a lot of jobs in the healthcare industry. There are a lot of jobs in the tech industry, construction, all of that. Even with the airport that we've got here, there are jobs with that. There are jobs with retail, education, a lot of different jobs here. So people are moving here because of the strong economy as well. People are also moving here because of all the new home construction. Many people are like, oh, you know what? I want a new home. I'm looking for, something like this, and are moving here because of the new home construction. People are also making a move here because they want to be closer to family, or they want the slower pace of life. They want that community sort of feel that you're going to experience here in St. George, but at a little smaller scale, where you still have what feels like your small town feel, but also you are close enough to two larger international airports in Salt Lake and Las Vegas, your professional sports teams in, like the Jazz in Salt Lake City, and then, you've got your professional teams down in Las Vegas too. So just knowing that, a lot in the way of, like I said, jobs, economy, new home construction, the beautiful scenery. But something that you also should know, because so many people have figured out that St. George is a pretty great place to live, there's more traffic and congestion here in St. George now because of a lot of the new home construction. If you are living in a new, a new development or a new community, this goes for all new home construction. Probably you may know this, but there's going to be a lot of dust and debris and sometimes nails. I remember I was helping one of my clients that was building in a new home construction community, and we went to go tour the home, and all of a sudden it's like they've got a flat tire, and it's just like, oh man. So sometimes those different things happen, especially in new home communities, but there is a lot of that here. Also, you've got both a very family friendly sort of place, but it's also a great retirement destination too. And I feel like I've been helping a lot of different clients, either that have families or that are looking at retiring here, simply because it's great for everybody. A lot of the families, good schools, good education system, a lot of different sports, recreation, music activities here in St. George. But then also with retirement, I have people that are like, Mariah, I want to golf every day of the year. I want to be able to ride my bike. I want to be able to go hiking. I want to be able to be close to the national parks. So here in St. George, we're about 30 minutes away from Zion National Park, which is awesome. We've got incredible state local parks that are nearby too, like Snow Canyon State Park, which is gorgeous. So just a lot in the way in and around St. George. So hopefully that gives you an idea. If you are thinking about making a move, relocating to St. George, I always say plan your trip. Come on out, do like what I say, like a little scouting trip. And if you are looking at kind of a scouting trip, reach out to me, like I said, days, nights, weekends, call, text, and I would love to help you in that process of kind of just figuring out, again, whatever you let us know what you're looking for, then we can point you in the direction of some different things that you might be interested in. So hopefully you found this valuable. And if you are thinking about making a move, relocating, buying, selling, building a property here in St. George, my team and I would love to help you out. And if you do want a copy of our free Moving to St. George, Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, GUIDE, and we'd love to send that over to you. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.